Hi all, it's Afan from TechCycle. WWDC 2019, that is Dub is finally over, and on that occasion Apple released two pro hardwares with a stand. In this video we are going to look at that. By the way, it's not a troll video or it's not something that we are going to look at the spec of that pro devices. We are going to look that pro devices in the Apple's point of view, or in that level. We are going to look at this product in that level. So let's jump into this video. So first of all, Apple finally stick with that pro tier, because the pro hardware that they released on this WWDC 2019 occasion, that is the Mac Pro and that Pro Display XDR, is actually a pro device or the professional device, and it can only be fully utilized by a professional and it can only be bought by a professional. So Apple finally sticking with that pro tier. And also one thing is that on this WWDC 2019 occasion, Apple finally launched a product with a title like Bang for the Buck, that is the Pro Display XDR. That is a one display that is like a bang for the buck display. It's like 5 grand, but still it's a bang for the buck display, because I'm going to explain to you that in that area and or in that time code. So you can jump with there. So we'll jump into this video in a segment where first we will look into the Mac Pro. So the Mac Pro or the cheese grater, you can't like troll that model because they paid a lot of money into this research for that particular model. If you look closely, it is not a single layer, there is a double layer, and it is like a combination of that circle. So I don't know that much, but in my perspective it will be like this model is going to be good at airflow but little bit bad for the dust incoming. So your device won't get dusty all the time, or it's not going to get dusty very fast. And you want to give credit to Apple because in that small body they are cooling a lot of heat. Because if you look at the higher model of this Mac Pro, it's like 28 core 56 thread and 2 Radeon Vega 7 Pro graphics card. So to cool that lot of heat, you need a big lot of cooling. So if you are like making a one that you want to sustain that much power and performance, you need to cool it like hell, and this Apple is doing it in a small box. So you need to give credit to Apple because they are on the small enclosure, they are cooling this much stuff. I want to note something. This is made for professionals, not for you or not for me, purely for professionals. That is not for YouTubers or not for tech enthusiasts, just for professionals who is like working for higher productions like cinemas like Toy Story, like that animation films and like that big animation. This Apple is targeting towards that professionals only. So that's the reason why they price the base model like 5 grand, because they don't want everyone to get their hands on this Mac Pro. And the next Pro product Apple released is Pro Display XDR, which is targeted towards colorist, and it's a bang for the buck device. Because for the devices that colorist use, that is the display or the monitor that colorist use, it costs $30,000 or higher. Yeah, that's true. They need that color accuracy and that all that calibration for their work. And I'm going to throw a Reddit comment from a feature film colorist where he explained about all the details why this Apple Pro Display XDR is a bang for the buck display. You can pause it and read it. So that's the reason why I'm saying that this Pro Display XDR from Apple is a bang for the buck display. You have heard it from a feature film colorist that why all the spec that mentioned by Apple's keynote is a big point for them. For me, all the spec of that Pro Display XDR is nothing. For me, it's like there is not that much for me, because I'm not that much of into color grading. I'm not that much into all that sort of things. So for me it's like that, and for them it's like a big thing for them, because Apple finally mainly targeted, and they are only targeting towards this professional peoples, or this pro term, or this pro area. And for the one grand stand, I don't have that much to justify Apple. Apart from that, they go bonkers on that 1K stand. But for a colorist, or for a people, or a person who is buying that Pro Display XDR for their studio, their studio is not like a our studio, or that our table. They're like fully set up studio, and they got their own place to mount this Pro Display XDR or that, or any other monitor. So they don't usually need a stand, so Apple is using that small gap to make some money. So that's it. That's all about this video, guys. If you watch till the end, you might be thinking, why are you not trolling Apple, or why are you not against all these high price point product? It's because I like to troll. I have done that, but I understood that they are targeting towards professional people, so it's not for me. I'm not going to waste my time on that, and I don't want you guys to waste time on that too, because nothing's going to happen if you like go bonkers on all these product. But you can go bonkers on the stand. So that's it. That's all about this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next one, and don't forget to subscribe.